Yes, this is the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And if you go back and watch my original unboxing, the beginning, the genesis, the start of it all, oh my days, you'll realize how excited I was to actually get this, unbox it and use it. And look, I've had a chance to use various different devices throughout the year. And this is one that I actually purchased myself, right? Out of pocket, got on contract as my upgrade. And I've been using it since day one. And I've done so much in terms of reviews and videos on it. But you know what? Unpacked this next week. So I thought, let's do a revisit and share kind of like my final thoughts going into what will be the replacement of the Z Fold 2. How has it held up? That's it, man. This is my extra long-term review, 1 year later, of the Z Fold 2. Let's go. Hi, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any new videos on the channel. Now, let's get into it, man. Again, not sent to me. This is my own personal device. And this phone is held up. Look, this will be candid, going off head. This ain't gonna be a detailed review. I'll have cards and links in the description below for all the videos that I've done with the Z Fold 2. You will see all the B-roll, all the fancy shots, all the cutaway. This is just gonna be me in front of the camera, top down as well, so you can see a bit of stuff on there, and pretty much talk about the Z Fold 2, right? This is my favorite device of all time, period, straight. Like when I'm using other devices, I cannot wait for my SIM card to get back in here. And I thought I would get bored of it, but I haven't, you know? There are some niggles though. But there are also some improvements that went along the way. I can't even speak. What the hell? There are some improvements that went along the way. Now, the build quality, like I said before, man, this feels like a finished product. It does not feel like a prototype at all. And that's a good look from Samsung. Like they really made this feel like a proper finished product. So it's held up. The only thing I would say is that my hinge is still strong, but it feels like it's loosened up a little bit, just a little bit. I know there's other people that it's loosened up a lot more. Mine is loosened up a little bit, but it still has that soft and that nice dampened sound and feel when it closes. So it's loosened up a bit, but it's still smooth and it's still very strong. But overall, like the build quality, this makes me excited to actually always want to pick it up. Slight curves, brushed aluminium, satin matte finish on this Mystic Bronze. Yeah, this bangs, I like it. I really do like it. Let's talk about both the displays. Now, outer cover display, big improvement from the first generation. Not the screen size that's the issue. I know a lot of people talk about the screen size. 6.2 inches is not the problem. That 25:9 aspect ratio is the problem. Yeah, I'm hoping for closer to 20:9 aspect ratio on the next model, just to make it have a wider width in terms of the aspect ratio to make things like typing much better, but it still feels usable and it still feels like a normal phone enough to get away with it. Kind of like that candy bar design. But the star of the show is the inner fold display. Now, the display has held up really well. The problem I had with it was the screen protector. It had to eventually come off. I did a vlog, I went down to Samsung, I booked it online for screen replacement. Samsung doesn't actually do a screen protector replacement in store. I don't know if they've improved it now, I'll probably try again, but that was quite disappointing to have as part of the experience that you could not get a replacement screen protector because it bubbles up. Now that I've taken it off, the screen feels better, but the problem is it smudges so much more. And when it smudges so much more, it's so much harder to clean. I don't know what material is best to clean this because the glass on here, although stronger than before, is still soft, you know, so scratches and stuff. But away from that, man, I love this display. Just the nature of the aspect ratio where you can watch, for example, a YouTube video in full landscape, right? And still be able to see your comments and stuff. Yeah, I feel this display, man. I feel it, I like it. Just the display experience, app continuation, it's good. It's really good, it's really good. With what's coming next, yeah, S Pen support would have been nice. We're hoping to see that next potentially. 90 Hertz on the outer display or 120 Hertz, wider aspect ratio. Yeah, apart from that, man, big improvement over the first generation, especially to have 120 hertz. I still remember my initial reaction. I was surprised that came through. Next is the performance. And the specs and the performance has held up really well. I'm just really glad in the European region, we still got the Snapdragon model. 865 plus, well, speak again properly. 865 plus, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of internal storage. My pet peeve was no 512 gig, no 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm telling you, man, when you're using things like app pairs and you're running through the applications, the RAM usage can really go up. But apart from that, man, that's just me saying it just to go all out. But the performance and specs, this is probably one of the best experiences that you can get on there. But then tying into the software, one of the most annoying things that annoyed me was YouTube didn't natively update being able to continue in the resolution that you were actually watching from the outer cover display into the cover display, into the inner cover display to shoot and watch at a high resolution. So for example, if you started a video at 720p on the outer cover display, you went into the inner cover display, when you did the app continuation for video, you couldn't select a high resolution. But luckily YouTube has fixed that, which is great to see. And again, one word of advice, like I said in my full review and my impressions video, good lock is important. Using good lock with multi-star, where you're able to actually force all apps to use continuation and work in full screen and also work in multi-window is important. Apps like Instagram, you do not get the aspect ratio. And again, even with multi-star and good lock, it's still a very weird experience when you're using apps like Instagram. So just bear that in mind. But overall, man, so long as they just keep going at it, yeah, this is looking good in terms of the software, but it looks like we might still need to lean on the crutch that is good lock rather than having a pure native experience with foldables with Google and One UI. Camera experience. Now, the camera experience in terms of hardware, it feels like a mix between the S10 series and the S20 series, especially when it comes to the zoom. Now, outright, this is not Samsung's best. And I get why they couldn't or chose not to because of the slimness and the form factor that they were going to. But I feel like it makes up for it in terms of the fun, being able to use the hinge in different orientations when you're in horizontal mode, you know, using your cover display as your selfie viewfinder, as well as a mirror for someone that you're taking a picture of. The camera is the most fun camera experience on Samsung, even though it's not the most powerful. It makes up for it for being very fun. And just the fact that you're able to place it for like different shooting positions of yourself, and also when you're taking video calls and whatnot, yeah, the camera's fun more than being outright powerful. So just bear that in mind. So yeah, that's been my experience with it. And battery, wow, the battery is amazing. I can't lie to you. Driving 2 displays, 4,500 milliamps, I had my doubts. This is probably Samsung's best battery experience on a flagship. I don't know whether that's a mix of being able to use the inner display and sometimes using the outer display more because that display is more usable, or just the optimization that they've done with the chipset internally with the software. But the battery on here is top tier. Only thing I don't approve is, for some reason, the charging on here is slightly slower than some of the other flagships that use 25 watts. So for example, if you look at the S21 Ultra or the previous ones, they'll finish charging to 100% in about an hour, 5 minutes. This takes about an hour and a half tops. And I did a charging comparison or charging test video on that, so go check that. That's my only pet peeve. I want to see charging speeds below an hour. Apart from that, man, all the necessary requirements and wish lists and stuff, I'm looking forward to the next fold. And I'm all in. And what makes this so funny for me is that I thought the Z Flip was the fold or the type of folding screen device I actually wanted. I had my doubts about the Fold series because I wasn't too sure that I'll be able to handle the thickness and the form factor. But you know what, yeah? The extra function of being able to switch from a normal phone to a tablet form factor and the extra screen real estate, yeah. My favorite phone of all time. Not perfect, especially when it comes to things like durability, IP, having an IP rating and whatnot, which we hope to see. But I'm all in, man. I'm excited for where it's going and bring on Generation 3. That's my 1 year later experience. Not much has changed, but I thought let's revisit it since we are pretty much a week away as of this recording and hopefully this video going live for 11th of August for Unpacked 2021. That is it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any new videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.